Welcome to my channel Crypto Anand. In this video, we will discuss how does a transaction get into the blockchain. In previous video, we learned about what is a blockchain and how does it work. In this video, we will see how does a transaction get into the blockchain and what are the steps involved in a transaction in the blockchain. There are several key steps a transaction must go through before it is added to the blockchain. The first step is authentication. The original blockchain was designed to operate without a central authority, that is, with no bank or regulator controlling who transacts. But transactions still have to be authenticated. This is done using cryptographic keys, a string of data like a password that identifies a user and gives access to their account or wallet of value on the system. Each user has their own private key and a public key that everyone can use. Using them both creates a secure digital identity to authenticate the user via digital signature and to unlock the transaction they want to perform. The second step is authorization. Once the transaction is agreed between the user, it needs to be approved and authorized before it is added to the block in the chain. For a public blockchain, the decision to add a transaction to the chain is made by consensus. This means that the majority of nodes or computers in the network must agree that the transaction is valid. The people who own the computers in the network are incentivized to verify transactions through rewards. This process is known as proof of work. Proof of work requires the people who own the computers in the network to solve a complex mathematical problem to be able to add a block to the chain. Solving the problem is known as mining, and miners are usually rewarded for their work in cryptocurrency. But mining is not easy. The mathematical problem can only be solved by trial and error, and the odds of solving the problem are about 1 in 5.9 trillion. It requires substantial computing power, which uses considerable amount of energy. This means the rewards for undertaking the mining must outweigh the cost of the computers and the electricity cost of running them, as one computer alone would take years to find a solution to this mathematical problem. The power of mining. The Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index estimates the Bitcoin mining network consumes almost 70 terawatt hours TWh of electricity per year, ranking it the 40th largest consumer of electricity by country. By way of comparison, Ireland, ranked 68th, uses just over a third of Bitcoin's consumption, or 25 TWh, and Austria, at number 42, consumes 64 TWh of electricity per year, according to 2018 data compiled by the CIA. The problem with proof of work. To create economies of scale, miners often pool their resources together through companies that aggregate a long group of miners. These miners then share the rewards and fees offered by the blockchain network. As a blockchain grows, more computers join to try and solve the problem. The problem gets harder and the network gets larger, theoretically distributing the chain further and making it ever more difficult to sabotage or hack. Yet, practice though, mining power has become concentrated in the hands of a few mining pools. These large organizations have the vast computing and electrical power now needed to maintain and grow a blockchain network based around proof of work validation. The next method is proof of stake. Later blockchain networks have adopted proof of stake validation consensus protocols where participants must have a stake in the blockchain, usually by owning some of the cryptocurrency to be in with a chance of selecting, verifying, and validating transaction. This saves substantial computing power resources because no mining is required. In addition, blockchain technologies have evolved to include smart contracts which automatically execute transactions when certain conditions have been met. This is how a transaction get into the blockchain. It may be little bit complicated to understand. Please watch the video again and listen to me carefully. Then you can understand the process very clearly. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and encourage me to make more videos for you in blockchain and cryptocurrency niche. Have a good day. Thank you.